Guys, welcome back to the channel. So as you just saw, I bought a DIY handmade 4x8 camper trailer. I picked it up off of Facebook, and it is built on a Harbor Freight trailer, and then I believe it is a Harbor Freight axle, but it has Jeep wheels on it and plywood bots, insulated fiberglass. Basically, I was going to build one, but I found this for cheaper than what I could build it for, so I thought it would be a great platform to start adding accessories to and getting it ready to go camping. We do have a rooftop tent, but we want a little bit more space and a little bit more ease of getting in and out, especially since we take our two Huskies with us, and this will be a lot more accommodating for them, and I'm hoping to have an all-in-one package, hook it up and ready to go. And so let me flip you guys around and do a little bit more in-depth of what we're looking at and kind of the plans I have for the future very soon to do to this. So in the front, it's a 2-inch ball, and then we do have the 4-pin wiring harness ran to the back of the trailer, but it is not connected, so that is something I have to do. There are 2 stabilizer jacks in the front, which I hook up to my DeWalt Impact, and I'm able to put them down pretty quickly. This is day 1 of me owning it. Last night I went and got it, and it was raining, and so, or it had rained, and so it's all dirty, but no big deal. I do plan on putting a jack on this so I can move it around the garage a little bit easier. The guy, he did go to welding school, and so he welded onto the trailer this. I'm not sure if there's anything else that's welded on. So there's that. Oh, I guess he did weld all of these jacks on. He just used some C-channel and welded them on. He also added a 2-inch block lift on it, which I'm still not sure if I'm keeping or taking off. But I am told the floor, which is just a plywood floor, I had added these pads last night just kind of looking at it. Plywood floor built with a inch foam board, and then the walls are built with 1/2-inch foam board, which I would have gone a little bit bigger if I had the space, which we would have. It has an electric vent fan, which is cool. It does have 2 RV windows with screens, so that's really expensive. And then we have a like a cargo door. This is not an actual door. I did find it on Amazon. It's like $150, $160 for this door, and then the windows are probably really expensive. But he did add these puck lights, which are super bright. I do have a battery hooked up just so I could have light. So there's that. Nice 15-inch wheels. I think these are 235 75 15s, and so they're nice. I mean, they're a good size. Coming around the back, it's an interesting little back hatch area. So we have 2 tail lights that are not connected. You can see I pulled the wire down, had it zip tied, and I just pulled it down to see what I was looking at. I did have an old car battery or truck battery, and I just went ahead and connected it so I could have power. This is just a piece of 3/4 door with like a decorative panel on the inside, so maybe it will help add some strength to it. There's no latches or anything. It's just plywood that I'm guessing it must just be rubbing. That's the only thing that's keeping it shut. So you can tell this is only like 12 inches deep, but the countertop is like 24. Again, pod lights up here. I do plan on taking this off today so I can see how it's wired on the inside, if there's a fuse bank or if it's just ran straight down to these wires, which it probably is. This is the driver's side, same thing. So I was told that it has 1 layer of fiberglass mesh on it. We do have a crack above the door right here that we will have to fix. The vent fan, there are 3 switches in here. And so that is very cool. That fan's pretty expensive. So that's kind of it for the first look about it. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I mean, no fancy ball coupler, none of that. So what I plan on doing to it is I'm going to cut the foam pad. Okay, that's kind of like part one. I plan on figuring out what kind of mattress or foam. This was in it. It's just a 5-inch pad. I took it out because it wasn't full size. It was just partial size. I'm looking at when my Jeep tailgate opens. I would like to be able to open it all the way, but I want to fit a ultra quiet generator on the front, a mini split, or not a mini split, a window unit, and then I want a stack or a storage area to put not lumber, but like tree, firewood that you can buy at a gas station already chopped up. I had built a propane fire pit and it didn't work when we needed it. Like, it was not warm enough. And so I think we're just going to have a backup, build a fire, and have that option. So we may bring our ammo fire pit, but it's probably going to be a real fire. We were trying to get away from that because of the smell, but I was hoping to be able to have some space for that. So generator, fire pit, and then a window unit is what I'm hoping to put through there. And then I have a diesel heater that I think I'm going to mount maybe back there. I was going to mount it here, but before I bought this trailer, I went to an RV store that had some used or damaged or old parts, and I bought this cargo latch with 2 really nice latches. It is not the same size as this door. It's about 4 inches shorter. It's the same width, and I think I'm going to mount it on the driver's side, because I was reading into why all of these trailers have it on the passenger side. It's a safety thing, so when a vehicle passes you, say if you're parked or whatever and a vehicle passes you, you won't step out and get hit, or if the door's open or whatever. So I guess it's a safety thing. But on my Jeep, my awning is on my driver's side, and my tailgate swings open from the driver's side, hinged on the passenger side. And so you kind of have to walk around to get inside. But when we're using our rooftop tent, we have to get into it from the passenger side because of my awning. And so having it on this side makes sense, but at the same time, if we're fire pit or whatever, it's probably going to be on the driver's side, because I will probably pull in to a campsite like while we're overlanding and kind of have the vehicles turned to kind of make a partial circle. And that's kind of where we would be setting up. When we went overlanding last time, that's kind of what we did. And I mean, it worked for us. So I think I'm going to go ahead and mount that door to the other side. I got to figure out how he framed it, modify it, waterproof it, paint it, figure out how I'm going to lock both of them. I do have a key to the black door. But I'm thinking I'm going to be able to make this work, and then I could put a knob in that and be able to have a very nice door, or at least if I can just lock, well, I'm probably going to lock both realistically. So that's really nice, I think. So I paid $40 for this and 2 more cargo doors. $40 total. So that was a pretty good deal. So I got that cargo door, heaters, floor. In the back, not only do I have to do a power system back here, but I want a sink. Or, well, me and the wife both want a sink. So I may end up taking that out, pop in a sink here away from the electronics, unless I reroute the electronics over there. But I think we're going to do a cooking station over there as well, unless we do propane over here. I don't know. I'm going to set some things in place and see kind of how we feel about it. But I plan on putting a sink in here, like a bar sink, a faucet, a water pump, and then 2 jugs, one for clean water, one for gray water. That kind of all is in its one system, that when you turn the faucet on, it immediately starts pumping. And so I think that's going to work out really well. I want to be able to get some storage back here. Something I may end up doing is a roof rack on the top if we need to. I want to be able to fit everything that I need in here or on here, and I don't really want to stuff stuff in here, because if we decide to stop for the night while we're traveling, I just want to be able to get out of the Jeep and get in here. I will be keeping my refrigerator, my power station, the portable toilet inside the Jeep instead of the trailer. So like that helps eliminate half the space. And so then maybe I could build a cabinet or something. I mean, if the the window unit coming through here, maybe I can build another cabinet here to put stuff like luggage bags or something, or I don't know. So we have to fit me and my wife and then two Huskies. One's 100 pounds, the other one's 60. And so they're pretty big. It is only 4 feet wide. I wish it was 5 feet wide, and I wish the trailer was a 10 foot. But I paid about $2,700 for it. I did some partial trading, but I had about $2,700 worth of value in this trailer. It's not perfect. The fiberglass, it's not complete, but I decided that we were going to try this, make sure that we like it and we use it before I go out and buy a brand new $10,000 to $18,000 one. I want to also make sure the Jeep can haul it and travel with it. So that's kind of where I'm at. I think the next thing I want to do is go ahead and pop this open and see if there's any fuse block behind that, or if I kind of just have to start from scratch on this. And then I also bought a battery maintainer that I'm going to put on this, because I thought this battery was bad, but it's showing 11.3 volts at the moment, and it's been sitting for like a year in my garage. So I think what I want to do is pop that open and kind of see what we're working with. So I've gone ahead and I put on the battery charger. I went with the Noco 1 amp, and it's an AGM battery. It does say that on there. So I have it set to AGM and it shows red. It's not flashing in person, it's just flashing on my phone. So I have that plugged in and it's reading 11.5. So I went ahead and I got this unscrewed. I have not pulled it out yet. Okay. All right. There we go. Interesting. Okay. Well, I hate wiring. This looks very confusing, but the good news is everything has a fuse. Now, I haven't opened it, but what it looks like we have is a hot and a ground, and he's tied a bunch of grounds with T-connectors, which I actually really like T-connectors. And then it looks like every one of these go... okay. So let's go ahead and open one. And I'm going to probably have to set the phone down. Okay. Well, there is a 20 amp fuse. 15 amp fuse. 15 amp fuse. Let me go ahead and open all of them. Have a 15 amp fuse in it, and not all of them are being used, but it is awesome to know that they are there. No need to buy a fuse block. I mean, I probably would have done a fuse block, but that's cool. So I wonder how all that works. So I guess I guess there's only, there should be 5 fuses, right? 4, 5? 5 switches, 5 fuses, okay? So there's no fuse going to this to start with. Interesting. There's no main fuse. Everything's fused off of it. Okay. Whatever. So, I guess that kind of answered my question of how I'm going to start with this. Yeah, I don't know. And then something back here smells really bad. It smells like a barn. It really does. And so I don't know what that smell is. I don't know if this is wet OSB or if it was wet at one point, or if it's the plywood, that plywood, or if it's OSB, or if it's that metal. I don't know, but it doesn't smell good. So I'm going to try to figure out what that smell is sometime. I'm also interested in if there's plywood paneling behind this. There was also some question, or if I could remove this wall and have a pass-through to the other side. I mean, potentially nothing stopping me from doing that. Even if I left this, I got a sink situation to deal with, but I could open this, remove that. I mean, it's a cool design. I mean, like, it stops it from being in and out. I do potentially think we're going to cook here. Maybe not, but if we did cook there, I don't want that smell to go in the trailer, so probably not the best idea to cook there. Maybe I could do a flip down door, probably, I don't know, maybe a flip down door there and a heater over there, and then we could cook that way, or we just set up a table. But that's pretty much it. I mean, that's all the discovering there is to this trailer as of right now. I do have things to do to it and modify and change, but that's kind of what I'm going to call as part 1 of figuring out what we have going. I was also told that there is an empty switch here. Doesn't do anything, so if you wanted to add something, I don't know what you would add to it in there. I don't know. I'm not sure. But, I mean, it has potential. It has space to make it my own if I choose to. And so, thank you guys so very much for watching. Stay tuned. I probably will be working on this maybe every night, maybe on the weekends. I'm not sure, but please stay tuned, subscribe, like this video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.